Hello, Shaker Heights varsity hockey fans, and welcome back into the Kent State Ice Arena. Shaker Heights taking on the University School Preppers for the quarterfinal round of the Kent District here in the OHSAA tournament. Shaker Heights taking on University School. It will be their second meeting of the season and their first meeting of this season. It was the same kind of rosters. It's still going to be Michael Better and net, but the thing was, Michael Better let in 6 goals while Shaker scored 0. 6-0 was your final, though after the very first period it was 2-0, and Shaker Heights did keep it close through those first 15 minutes. It felt like a very even game for the most part in those first couple of minutes. You can go back, you can watch that broadcast. We were talking how it felt very, very even between the Red Raiders and the University School Preppers, but US extended their lead throughout the second period. Shaker Heights still struggling with those middle frames. Those second periods continued to be their struggle, except for what happened on Saturday. Shaker Heights took on Hudson for their second game of the OHSAA state tournament. Shaker Heights beat them 7-4, though they were losing after that first period 1-0. Then they went forward. They had a incredible second period, and then they finished it off in the third. Michael Better with a lot of saves, though he did let a couple slip in. Hopefully those 2 wins so far in the tournament have helped out Michael Better's confidence, because again, he has struggled, especially in the Shakers' final game of the GLHL Cleveland Cup. Shaker Heights had the 3-0 lead, but then they lost it throughout the other 2 periods, and they lost in the third overtime period. 4-3 was their final that time. Walsh Jesuit, a team that is almost comparable to teams like Gilmore Academy, teams like University School. University School coming number 5 in the OHSAA state rankings. We've been talking about this all week long. Shaker Heights had started playing against the NDCL Lions. They were 63rd in a 69-team ranking, so they were definitely lower on the scale of the Ohio State teams. But then they went on to play Hudson, who was a middle-of-the-pack team, ranked number 33. Shaker Heights just a little above that at 22. But now they take on University School, who again is placed at number 5. Now Shaker has proven that they can compete against these top schools. They have taken on Upper Arlington and have only lost to them by 3. They have taken on Olentangy Liberty during the Padua Holiday Tournament. It was their first game of the Padua Holiday Tournament in mid to late December. I believe it was December 20th. Shaker Heights went out and they fell behind. Again, they fell behind 4-1 against the Patriots of Liberty, but then they went on to take the lead. They scored 4 straight goals afterward, taking that lead 5-4, and it was only a matter of inches that Shaker Heights missed the empty net that would have sealed the deal. Shaker Heights now walks in knowing that they can beat this University School team, but it's going to take a lot of work on offense. Shaker Heights knows that they need their big-time performers to actually come out and perform. That includes Connor Mayhew, Ryan Lenahan, and now we're going to get your puck in the net picks from the student managers. First time on camera. We're going to start it off with Maya Mayan. Tell us who you're picking and why.
My pick for the game is Andy Benincasa, defense. Thank you.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Kaden, and my pick is Cole Richard.
Hi, I'm Charlotte. My puck in the net pick is Braden White.
All right, so you heard it here first. We also have some of the other players that are not dressed for this game. Noah Mayan and Teddy McGinnis taking their puck in the net picks. We'll get to those in a little bit. Our cameraman, Jeffrey Ullum, decided to go with Joey Moore. I, myself, decided to go with Aiden Salmon. He has been on a roll. He scored in that last game against Hudson, and he was able to make a nifty move around the defenseman to make him look a little bit silly. He fell on his rear, and then he took the shot into the upper part of the net. Aiden Salmon has been on something different here in the final weeks of his senior season, and now I believe he is going to pop another against this Prepper squad. Shaker Heights versus University School coming your way. I will be on the play-by-play here from the home of the Golden Flashes Ice Hockey Club, the Kent State Ice Arena down here, of course, in Kent, Ohio, as we get set for the quarterfinal game between Shaker and University School. We're going to send you down. We'll get those rink announcements. Hopefully, they get that volume turned up on the announcer. We'll send you down.
Welcome to the K-State Arena for the 2025 Ohio High School Athletic Association Hockey Tournament. Today's game brings together the University School Preppers and the Shaker Heights Red Raiders. U.S. will serve as the home team for today's contest. U.S. and Shaker Heights, both members of OHSAA, uphold high standards of conduct and competition. Without any intent, remember, this is a game between young athletes. Sportsmanship is expected. The use of artificial noise makers is strictly prohibited. The OHSAA has selected today's officials based on experience, expertise, and game knowledge, ensuring they are well qualified for their duties. Today's officials are Mr. Tim Kaczmarek and Mr. Weldon Hastings. Now let's introduce the starting lineups for each team. First, for the visiting team, Shaker Heights. At defense, number 11, Braden White. At defense, number 14, Andy Bennett. At forward, number 5, Joey Moore. At forward, number 6, Connor Mayhew. At forward, number 26, Ryan Lanahan. And in goal, number 32, Michael Patterson. Assisted by Pascal Carson Strang, and Rick Anderson. And now for the home team, University School. At defense, number 2, Mitch Langor. At defense, number 9, Zach Cimarroni. At forward, number 17, Sam Robinson. At forward, number 19, Gavin Jones. At forward, number 24, Tyler Zero. Number 1, Hayden Halverson. Andy Crow, and assisted by John and Simo, Evan Brewer, and Dave Jackson. At this time, if you are able, please stand to the honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
Go Shaker!
And after
after the anthem of the nation, we are set for rivalry hockey here for the quarterfinal round of the OHSAA District Tournament. Shaker Heights taking on the University School Preppers in what would be a huge upset if Shaker Heights can get it done. But keep in mind, University School has not played in a minute. They have waited their turn to play in this OHSAA state tournament. They have waited up until this point. They got a couple bye rounds, while on the other hand, Shaker Heights had to play already 2 games to get to this point, and they took on NDCL, winning it 11-0. Then they went on to beat Hudson on Saturday, 7-4. So Shaker Heights enters into this one, hopefully for them, a little bit warmer, a little bit more used to this ice than University School is. If Shaker has a little bit of luck on their side, US could be a little rusty, as again, they just haven't played in several days. Shaker Heights is starting 5 out there, going to be on defense. Cole Richard and Andy Benincasa. Your first line of forwards, once again, will be Colin Arth, Ryan Lenahan, and Connor Mayhew. For the University School, their netminder is going to be Hayden Halverson. On defense, starting off, Mitch Delangle and Zach Cimarroni. Rounding it out, their forwards going to be number 17, Sam Robinson, Gavin Jones, and Tyler Zyro, a fresh senior. Starting 3 for University School. Dropping down to take the face-offs, it's going to be Jones versus Colin Arth, and the puck is dropped. We are underway here from the Kent State Ice Arena. Thank you guys for tuning in. My name is Vaughn Ullum. Shaker Heights dumps this one in. 15 minutes to go here in this first period of play. Here in the neutral zone, Cole Richard tries to send it up to Connor Mayhew. Mayhew looking to split the defense, but he'll take the shot up in the high slot and retrieve it back in the corner, where they're going to try to pressure back the puck. Colin Arth sends it forward. Connor Mayhew, but his shot tipped off of a prepper out in front. And here comes Gavin Jones up the left wing looking for the shot. Save made by Michael Better, as it looks like it hit the outside of the post as well. But US is going to try to set up and get to work. Here it's dropped back to the defense, and this one tipped up and just wide of the net. Sam Robinson getting it back, but Cole Richard poking it away. Lenahan looks like he's just going to flip this one up and got a bit of the netting, and it will be whistled out of play. 14:10 left to go in the first period of play. 0-0 the current score between Shaker Heights and University School. We'll send out the second lines for both squads, and out comes Ethan Roberts for University School, a player who scored a hat trick against Shaker Heights last time these two teams met, and we'll see if he's able to replicate that sort of success today. Here on the near side, shot from the point, and Cam Mayhew got a piece of it, but it almost redirected it the wrong way. Picking up in the corner, going to be Patrick Corcoran, and he'll get it to the near side boards where a shot is taken, but Isaac Lazar unable to get it back along the far side boards to center it over to his center. Currently acting is Joey Moore. Moore out there with Juan and Isaac Lazar, a freshman, a senior, and that is a sophomore in Sebi Juan. So an interesting look. Isaac Lazar getting his first time out as a second liner. Here it's going to escape the zone as David Lamb just unable to keep it in, the sophomore forward. Here Cam Mayhew gets this one off the stick of Joey Moore. Moore going to still give chase up against Finn Bryan. And he'll eventually go to the near side boards as he'll await his forwards, who are getting some changes. 13:10 left to go in this first period. Joey Moore now dumps it and hops off. Aiden Salmon now out. And we'll see what he can do after his nice, nifty goal against Hudson. Here comes US, though, on a bit of a counter. Aiden Salmon throwing Carter Crow into the near side Red Raider bench boards. But while that's happening, Shaker Heights is going to try to get a rush going the other way. Aiden Salmon pokes this one up. He's going to get there first in the near side corner boards, where he tries to get back to it, but he's bumped off the play. And now it looks like the puck is stuck on the back of Hayden Halverson's net, so they're going to whistle this one dead. 12:41 left to go in the first period. 0-0 still your score. First line coming back out for Shaker's offense, Lenahan, Mayhew, and Arth. First line of defense going to follow. We'll see what they get done here. Connor Mayhew to take this face-off up against Tyler Zyro. And this face-off one to the far side. Gavin Jones going to pick it up. And he'll send a pass right to Connor Mayhew. Mayhew taking the shot. It went wide. And it looks like it'll clear out of the zone. Lenahan tried to keep it in, but it just missed his stick. 12:25 left to go in the first period of play. Great opportunity that time for the Red Raiders to capitalize on a missed pass from University School. Here, it looks like Cole Richard going to be able to keep this one in at the point. He'll take the shot. It goes wide to the right. Picked up by an alternate captain. That time it's Mitch Langle, and eventually they'll pass it up. Tyler Zyro. Zyro thrown down on the play. Good physical work by Andy Benincasa. It looks like they're still tangled along the near side point. Not sure what is going on. Benincasa finally gets up, and so does Zyro to follow. Here, a pass all the way up to Connor Mayhew. It'll just bump off of his stick, and he won't be able to make a good shot, as that time it was once again that number 16, Finn Bryan, to interrupt the play. Here behind the net of Michael Better, it's picked up. That time it was, I believe, Gavin Jones. Indeed it was. He'll leave it to some of his forwards to continue an attack, but it won't work out. Here a shot goes wide and off the stick of Braden White, trying to clear it out of the zone. It'll get past Sebi Juan, but unfortunately not past the point. Here it's still kept with Patrick Corcoran. He'll free it out to the point. Here comes the shot. It goes wide and up into the backboard glass. Here a tip right in front of the crease. Lenahan with a good play to send it wide. And now behind the net, it's held by Ethan Roberts. And now to the near side corner boards. It looks like play going to be blown dead. Not exactly sure why. It looks like the net was out of place, or at least the referee believes so. Maybe just by an inch or so. He'll move it back into place. With 11:06 left to go in the first period, we're still scoreless. And here it's going to be a face-off between Corcoran and Joey Moore. This shot tipped up and goes over the crossbar, out of play once more. Only 3 seconds off the clock. Face-off where we just had it to the near side. Shaker Heights' parents trying to keep them amped up. Sebi Juan to take this face-off up against Corcoran. Corcoran sends it behind the net, trying to get an opportunity to pass back in front to Ethan Roberts, but instead it's picked up by Joey Moore. Moore sent it up, trying to connect with Isaac Lazar. Unfortunately for him, he was taken down to the ice. Here's Sebi Juan and Isaac Lazar swooping in to create the turnover in the offensive zone. It's wrapped around the boards. It looks like number 4, David Lamb, going to get there first, but Joey Moore trying to lay the body, and it looks like we have a penalty here along the far side. Or no, offsides. Just barely offsides. 10:38 left to go in this first period. We're still scoreless. Been a solid couple of minutes from both squads getting their chances. Lowell Rich to take this face-off here against number 21, Michael Hayek. Sophomore against senior. The senior on Shaker wins it back. Benincasa now struggling to keep it moving forward, but indeed he will to Ryan Kiltz, who wraps this one around the boards. Aiden Salmon's there first, using his speed to get there, but unfortunately for him, poked away immediately before he's really able to get much going. He'll wrap it around the boards eventually as he creates the turnover along the near side. But as it's wrapped around, once again, it's picked up by the alternate captain, Mitch Langle. He'll lose Lowell Rich on a nifty little skating move on the far side corner of the defensive zone. And now he's going to skate it all the way up to the blue line, take a shot that goes wide. He tried to hit up against Andy Benincasa, but you can't hit a football player like that and expect something good to come of it. Here, a turnover in the slot. Here comes the shot, goes wide from Hayek. Picked up Kiltz. Kiltz going to be able to clear the zone just barely past the stick. Mitch Langle. U.S. will control it back in their own zone. Pass goes wide of Mitch Langle. Here holding it is Andy Benincasa. He'll send it to the near side boards and into the zone where he's going to think about getting a change. Now hop off. Lowell Rich still out there. The forwards, Ryan Lenahan and Connor Mayhew, going to join them on the attack. They're trying to create the turnover in the offensive zone. Here Lowell Rich is able to break up momentum for just an extra second. Michael Better leaving this one to Braden White as U.S. did get it into the zone. Lenahan tried to tip it out from the blue line. Gavin Jones going to take it. Good physical play by Braden White to bump him off the play. Connor Mayhew getting there first along the near side boards. Shaker Heights just looking for that opportunity to clear it away. Here pass, across the slot, but it'll instead free itself to the point where Lenahan creates the turnover. They can maybe catch him off guard on an odd man rush, but now it turns to a 2-on-2. Lenahan takes the shot off the shoulder. It is saved by Hayden Halverson. Shaker Heights' first shot on goal. One shot on goal for each. Less than 9 minutes to go in this first period of action. We're still scoreless in what has already been a really good period of hockey. Connor Mayhew sitting down on the Red Raider bench. He's looking a little bit banged up. Hopefully he's all right and able to get back to it. Maybe he's just a little bummed that the rush didn't exactly work his way. Delayed offsides on U.S. here. Sam Robinson needs to touch up between the blue lines, and eventually he will, but Shaker Heights slowing things down on their own side of the ice there. Bad decision from Benincasa. It's turned over to Sam Robinson, but he'll get back to it as he tried to center that pass back to a forward in front. 3-on-2 rush if they can hurry Joey Moore to the left wing. He'll take the shot at it, but Aiden Alverson closes it up. Joey Moore now throws his man down to the ice. He'll take Benincasa with him, and that time I believe Sam Robinson goes down as well. Robinson now out to the neutral zone as he was trying to work with Tyler Zyro on a rush here. Joey Moore with the offensive attack. He'll take the shot, just hits off the glove. The save made by Alverson once again with the left arm. 8:05 to go in the first period of play. Here's Gavin Jones taking it up the left wing. Cole Richard decided to play him physically and try to throw him into the boards. He'll evade the hit. So U.S. is going to try to set up once more. It'll be blocked in the traffic in front. Joey Moore flips this one up, and it looks like this should be an icing. And indeed it's going to be. Flipped up through the neutral zone all the way down the ice. Shaker Heights will be called on the icing, but they will get their first line forwards back out. And actually they're going to send out a freshman and sophomore on defense. Dylan Orsepke and Cam Mayhew. The forward line for U.S. is going to be their second line. They're a harsh hit into the backboards behind the net of Michael Better. Shaker Heights trying to get it back here. Connor Mayhew and Dylan Orsepke working together to create that turnover. Lenahan and Arth now behind the net trying to get it back, but Arth turns it over. Here it's freed back up to the point. Mitch Langle fakes a slap shot, evades from Ryan Lenahan's hit, and now tries to center it back. Not able to do just that. Here Cam Mayhew creates the physical play, tries to get that turnover. Once again, it just barely misses Ryan Lenahan. Now behind the net, Arth holds up Ethan Roberts, tries to clear it. It'll hit off of Connor Mayhew. Now Mayhew will get it done. It's cleared down for an icing once again. 7:12 left to go in the first period of play. 0-0 the score between U.S. and Shaker Heights. U.S. back-to-back district winners here in the Kent district. And also back-to-back over the past 2 seasons, finals appearances for the state title. U.S. trying to continue that sort of run. Shaker Heights trying to end it here and get a huge upset against their longtime rival that they haven't beaten since January 21st of 2022. They're a hard slap shot, but a save made by Michael Better. Sam Robinson there on the shot. First line up against third line forwards. First line for U.S., third line for Shaker Heights. Their turnover created for a second by Cole Richard, but it looks like U.S. is going to be able to get back to it. First defensive pairing is out. Here, Cole Richard and Andy Benincasa doing their best to protect. Here, Ryan Kiltz taking it out of the zone, but he's going to underskate the puck out in front of him. He just overplayed it. Looks like Kiltz will get it back and try to pin him deep, but instead off the boards, picked up once again along the red line of center ice, that time by number 16, Finn Bryan. The defenseman taking it in and now setting up at the point. Kiltz trying to create the turnover. Here's the shot, comes through. Michael Better with the save. Sam Robinson tried to get that secondary chance to try and send it through the 5-hole. Michael Better said, no, thank you. I'll keep this scoreless with 6:26 to go in the first period of play. Second line forwards back out for Shaker Heights. On defense, Cam Mayhew and Braden White. Second line met with second line. Sebi want to take this face off. He'll send it behind him where Braden White was originally set up. Now here, Hayek will create the turnover, but Joey Moore takes it back with good stick work. He just frees it out from the point, but it's picked up by the alternate captain, Mitch Langle, along the U.S. blue line. Now he's sent along the near side boards. Good physical work by Isaac Lazar, the freshman, getting a little bump. Looks like that's going to be offsides this time, as it just barely hit the skate of the man in front of him, Brandon Edmonds, the freshman, getting his chance for University School. 6:02 to go in the first period. First line forwards back out for Shaker. Neither squad able to break the deadlock so far. .6:02 to go in the first period. Lenahan with the shot. Save made by Hayden Halverson. Picked up now by Zach Cimarroni. Wrapped around. As it looks like Langle and Cimarroni are out as the first defensive pairing. Ryan Lenahan now sets up behind the net of Michael Better, trying to slow things down and maybe get a rush going, but that pass missed the mark on Connor Mayhew. It's cleared down the length of the ice, icing for the Red Raiders. Face-off goes back to their side. 5:40 to go in this first period. Mayhew, Lenahan, Arth remain as forwards. On defense, first line as well. 6 against 6. Mayhew to take this face-off against Corcoran. And it's one back by Corcoran. Will it clear the zone? No, just barely kept in by Cimarroni. As it's wrapped around here, the shot, save made, rebound, save made once more, and he'll cover up and get another face-off on his own side. And the Shaker fans are gonna congratulate him for that one and let him know that that was much appreciated. Big time rebound save from the senior goaltender. 5.5 to go in the first. Here it's Lenahan up against Corcoran. Go Ryan! The captain of Shaker Heights tries to flip this one up. It's taken by Cimarroni at the blue line, but the shot went wide to the left. Now Benincasa trying to control it up against Corcoran. Behind the net of Michael Better, he will get it back. He'll just underplay it a little bit, but now he'll pass it up to Colin Arth. Arth dumps it in. He's met by Cimarroni. Mayhew tries to take the shot as he recovers the puck. But now Mitch Lengel takes it away from Lenahan. Lenahan looking for the shot. He won't take it. He'll give it back to Arth, who behind the net, physically pressured by Zach Cimarroni. Freed back out Ethan Roberts. Roberts sends it up. Here it's with David Lamb. Looking for his shot, but the sophomore unable to take anything until he gets to the near side boards, where it hits off the side of the net. Now here, looking for it is Corcoran. Arth and Lenahan pressuring him for the puck. Here's the shot from the blue line. Will it sneak through? No, it's still loose out in front, however. Gavin Jones, save made! And Shaker gets it back. Can they catch him once again on an odd man rush? 3-on-2 if they hurry, but now Arth gonna hop off for the change. That shot tipped, went wide. Richard gonna get it back. He'll send it up to the blue line. Braden White now up to Joey Moore. Moore try to pass it back to Juan, but now here creates a breakaway chance the other way. Gavin Jones takes the shot. Save made! It goes over the crossbar. Big time stuff from Michael Better. Shaker will get it back. Lenahan moving it up from the neutral zone. He'll take the shot from the blue line. Blocker save by Aiden Alverson. And now it clears the zone. Sebi Juan on the back check. Braden White will get there first, however, in the neutral zone. It'll hit off of the referee. An unlucky bounce. Sebi Juan will get back to it first in the Red Raider zone, looking for that centering pass. Just broken up quickly by Cole Richard. Shaker needs to get back to the puck, but they didn't in quick enough time. So now this could be a good opportunity for Gavin Jones once again, but it's poked away by Michael Better. Sebi Juan trying to cross-ice feed over to Joey Moore, but instead it hits off of a skate of a man between the two of them. Here, ooh, save made. Michael Better on a shot from the neutral zone. Everyone takes a breath. 3:31 left to go in the first period of the quarterfinal matchup. Let's go, Shaker! Shaker Heights playing a solid game so far up against the number 5 team in the state. We'll see if they can keep it going. They just need to find the net, which they have not done against the University School this season. Again, they were shut out in their first meeting. 6-0 was their final, with University School leading. Shaker Heights with all their players standing on the bench. University School, on the other hand, all their guys sitting down. You can tell there's just a little bit more momentum on the side of Shaker Heights, knowing that every second counts, and they are staying alive, again, against one of the best teams in this state of Ohio. Here comes Lowell Rich, trying to tap this one forward from the point and clear it out of the zone. Unfortunately, it's kept in with Gabe Ewan. Trying to center it back. He'll find the other number 14 on the ice. Andy Benincasa with a nifty move. He'll pass it back to himself. But now we'll see if he can get past the forward, Hayek. And indeed he will continue his rush, and he'll dump this one into the corner where he's met by Zach Cimarroni. He's held up a little bit, and US going to be able to clear it out of their zone in the other way. Here they come, but Kiltzig on a good back check. Gets there first, wraps it around the boards. It'll be able to clear back to Benincasa, who just missed it at the point. It will clear, however. Lowell Rich in the neutral zone, going to be the man to skate it forward with Ryan Kiltz now to his left side. We'll see if US can continue the rush forward. Here, a shot from the neutral zone. I believe that time it was off the stick of maybe one of the defensemen. Here's Corcoran trying to get University School set once again, but it'll clear out of the zone once again, this time to number 13, Carson Barlow, the defenseman. Here, another shot goes wide. Here coming in was David Lamb. It goes right off of his stick. Michael Better going to play it safe, cover this one up. 2:15 to go in the first period. Nothing, your score. Go Shaker! Shaker Heights sends back out its first line of forwards. Its defensive pairing going to be line 2. Braden White and Cam Mayhew. Lenahan to take this face off. And he tied up Corcoran at first. Now tries for the pass. Here, another Michael Better save. And it goes to the near side boards where it's cleared away. It'll hit off of a University School prepper. Arth trying to get there first. Back in the U.S. zone, but instead, once again, picked up by Carson Barlow. The defenseman sends it to the near side for number 16, Finn Bryan. The defenseman working together. Here, Lenahan with a shot from the neutral zone. Easy save by Hayden Halverson. 110 seconds left to go in this first period of play. Here trying another rush. That time was number 6, Patrick Corcoran. He'll miss it at first. And that time it's going to be a penalty on Cam Mayhew. And now Cam Mayhew banging a stick on the glass outside of the sin bin. Clearly frustrated with the penalty. He was clearly chicken winging him on the right arm, and I believe that's what some of the Shaker Heights coaches were arguing, but they're not going to get it. Shaker Heights on a big penalty kill. University School on the other side went 2 for 3 in their last meeting on the power play, so we'll see what they can do this time. Shaker Heights hoping to get that one that worked on the penalty kill. Now the referees talking things over. And with the scorer's table, it says no time on the penalty, and wouldn't that be lovely, but it's not going to be the case. Shaker Heights fans would love the 0-0-0 showing up on the penalty time, but we're still waiting on the scorer's table to get that right. If Shaker Heights killed off this penalty, for this remainder of the first period, it would carry 19 seconds into the second period. We'll see what Shaker can do, however. Lenahan sends it to the near side boards, now handled by Zach Cimarroni. Cimarroni tried to get it up to the point, but instead it'll clear out of the zone. Joey Moore could win the race back, but unfortunately no. Finn Bryan will get there first. Now turnover created by Joey Moore. Pass out in front. Misses the mark on Ryan Lenahan, but Cole Richards sends it back deeper into the zone. Lenahan gets it back, looking for that pass up to Joey Moore. Moore now sends it to Cole Richard. Richard on the shot, and it goes wide. Just wide of the crease. Good opportunity. And that was the issue. It said 10 minutes on the penalty, so now it's ticking down at 9.5 remaining in the penalty. My goodness, that answers everyone's questions. Here comes Bryan. Bryan taking the wide shot, and it goes wide. Looks like it hit the side of the net. And here, referee right where U.S. doesn't want him, but Gavin Jones sets up at the point. He's looking for the shot as he centers himself along the blue line, and the shot, once again, tip goes wide. 48 seconds remaining in the first period of play. Handled by Gavin Jones once again, looking to get the shot past the big man, Ryan Lenahan, set out in front along the high slot. Here, it's back to Gavin Jones. Jones looking for the shot. He'll miss the mark, but he will recover before it clears out of the blue line. Here it goes. Once again, Finn Bryan. Bryan taking the shot, but it hits off the skate of Benincasa. Moore trying to get the last whack at it to clear the zone. Now Lenahan. Lenahan going to be able to clear it between the blue lines. Held now by number 16, Finn Bryan. Bryan up to Ethan Roberts, the man with the hat trick in their last meeting. We'll see what he can do here. His shot goes wide. Held up now by number 6, Patrick Corcoran. Corcoran getting it back. Here comes another shot. Save made by Michael Better. Oh, it's right behind him now. Gavin Jones on another shot. And it's saved once more. 5 seconds remaining in the period. Jones looking for the final shot opportunity. It's handled by Cole Richard and cleared out of the zone. And that kills the first period. And Shaker Heights is in a deadlock with University School at 0-0 after the first 15 minutes. 19 seconds will carry over in University School power play time, but Shaker Heights definitely with a little bit more pep in their step as they go to the locker rooms. University School knowing that this is a game they should win. Shaker Heights, on the other hand, knowing this is a game they can win. And they are heading to the locker room knowing that they are tied with the number 5 team in the state of Ohio. Shaker Heights tied with US 0-0 after the first period. Thank you very much for tuning in. Vaughn Ullum on the call. We will be back for the call of the second period. Everyone take a breath. It's your first intermission. We had some technical difficulties. Hopefully we are now back to it. There's 12:06 left to go in this period. Connor Mayhew trying to create the turnover. Now it looks like we maybe are back to it. We'll see. Benincasa here at the point trying to keep it in. Unfortunately, it'll just get past him, but now he'll take it in, and it'll clear for an offsides. Yeah, excuse the technical difficulties. We should be back now with 11:51 to go in the period, this second middle period. And indeed, that seems to indeed be that case. We're still scoreless. You didn't miss anything. Here outside of the blue line of Hayden Halverson side of the ice, Lenahan wins this face-off back, and he'll try to find Colin Arth, but instead creates an attack the other way. Ethan Roberts dropping this one off to Lamb. His shot goes wide. And now here picking it back up in the Red Raiders zone, Colin Arth trying to slow things down. He's pressured by Lamb. He'll drop it off to the captain, Andy Benincasa. He'll pass it now up to Cole Richard after a nifty move 3-on-2 rush for Shaker Heights. Cole Richard taking the shot, trying to split the legs of Mitch Langle, but he's not going to be able to get back to it as his shot was blocked. And U.S. going to try to take an opportunity of their own. Here Cole Richard trying to pressure along the U.S. blue line, but instead Ethan Roberts going to keep it moving, and we'll see if he can center this one. Oh, but no, Benincasa able to block the pass, but U.S. still in control. We'll see if they can get another shot away. And here he'll drop it off and fall while taking the shot. Save made by Michael Better, I believe. It got a piece of him, but now back up to the point. Mitch Langle taking a hard slap shot. Kick save made. Connor Mayhew trying to clear it out of the zone, but now Benincasa trying to take the swing at it and cleared away, but it's taken here by Corcoran. Now Shaker on a 2-on-2 rush. Ryan Lenahan with the shot up and over the crossbar. And U.S. back with it along their own blue line, clearing it out of their zone. Braden White takes it along the red line of center ice. He also lay a big hit behind Sam Robinson. Connor Mayhew on the shot. Tip goes, and it's blocked by Zach Cimarroni. Now behind the net, a big hit by Ryan Lenahan behind the net. He's able to get it back, but his pass just out of the reach of Connor Mayhew. Get another chance, and the shot goes wide. Lenahan here with a chance, and it almost snuck its way through the near side post, but instead Halverson covers up. A good shift that time from the Red Raiders. So again, excuse those couple of minutes of the start of the second being missed. Again, we're still scoreless with 10:17 to go in the second period. Sebi Juan to take this face-off up against Tyler Zyro. White sending it deeper into the zone, but it's going to be picked up by number 16, Finn Bryan. Bryan and friends getting it up to Gavin Jones. It'll miss him along the right wing as it's cleared down. That'll be whistled for an icing on the University School Preppers. 10:06 to go in the second period. Just waiting for one squad to take away the deadlock. Shaker Heights would love a couple of goals, especially here from a line that isn't there first. Sebi Juan's shot blocked, taken over by Gavin Jones. Jones sends it up to Sam Robinson. Andy Benincasa plays Sam Robinson, sending him off the puck, and Shaker Heights is going to be able to clear it away right into that Red Raider bench. Assistant coach Mike Bartley tried to catch it out of the air. He took it away, and it falls down right behind him. Face-off now to be taken in the neutral zone, the red line of center ice with the Kent State Golden Flashes logo sitting in the center circle. Here, Isaac Lazar taking it off the face-off, sending it over to the defenseman. And this one hits off of the stick of Joey Moore. Continued rush here for the Preppers. Here's Gavin Jones, but he can't get through Andy Benincasa. Joey Moore takes it and just unable to clear it away from the stick of Isaac Lazar. But now Cole Richard unable to stick with Zyro here. A tic-tac-toe goal for Sam Robinson as he pops it into the near side. With 9.5 to go in the second period, that's just a good play, but Shaker Heights needing to keep the momentum going. Let's go, Shaker! 1-0, the Preppers now lead it. To take this face off, Colin Arth. Arth tied up a little bit on the draw. Benincasa getting it back. He tried to find Lenahan in the neutral zone. Got right past him here, delayed offsides by U.S. Now they get back to it as they touched up between the blue lines. Connor Mayhew looking to go cross ice. Nobody there except Cole Richard going to be able to pick it back up. Here comes Cole Richard and across the blue line of the U.S. zone. Cole Richard trying to get back to it and tip it in. And now here, Cole Richard taking a little hit afterward. That time playing it a little too aggressive behind the net was one of the Preppers' defensemen, I believe. And yeah, it was that number 13, Carson Barlow. Third line forwards come back out for the Red Raiders as face-off will be taken to the right side of Hayden Alverson. 9:09 to go in the second period. Lowell Rich taking this one. But it's won back by Hayek. And here, U.S. will try to clear it immediately. Right now they're playing pass back with the defense. Playing a little bit of keep away right now as we hit the 9-minute mark in the second period. Shaker Heights trying to pressure them to get rid of it. U.S. still controlling it back in their own zone, but now taking it away is Mitchell Engel trying to get a rush as a defenseman, and now he's joined by a couple of his forwards as it's going to be a dump and chase routine for the Preppers behind the net. It's handled, but that pass goes nowhere. We'll see if Lowell Rich is able to get the loose puck first. No, it's right back around. Here Braden White will get back to the loose puck first as he looks for the pass. He's crunched along the near side boards, and taking it back is going to be number 15, Theo Trem. And now he dekes around one man trying to get it back in front of Michael Better. It's taken over by Cam Mayhew. Mayhew's got Salmon down the ice, and eventually he'll make that pass to him. And now in the high slot, he's looking for the shot off the backhand. He's unable to poke it back. It looks like we might have a penalty, and indeed we are going to for roughing. Let's go, Shaker! Shaker Heights getting their first man advantage of the night. 2 minutes on the power play with 8:12 to go in the second. Good opportunity for them to even things up at one apiece. Right now they're down 1-0. Lenahan to take this face-off. Benincasa and Mayhew to his left and right. Behind him, Cole Richard and Joey Moore. Lenahan wins it over to Connor Mayhew. Now he'll get it to Benincasa out in front, but he's unable to get the shot away as he's pressured up to the backboards, and now he's pressure to give away this puck, but taking it back is Ryan Lenahan, who's also bumped off the play. He's able to get it back there in the corner boards. He'll give it off to Benincasa. Benincasa back to Lenahan, back to Benincasa out in front, and he's going for Connor Mayhew, and he scores! Shaker evens it up at 1-1. That's what Shaker Heights needed. They needed the goal, and now hopefully they can keep it cooking. 22 seconds into the power play, and now Shaker Heights has said we're going back to even. We're not even halfway through this one just yet, but my goodness, this game has become a classic. Whether you are a Prepper fan or whether you are a Shaker Heights Red Raider fan, as they have made this score 1 apiece. Arth to take this face off. He'll try to win it over to Axel Schneider, unable to get it back, but taking it is going to be Andy Benincasa, who behind the net, pressured by Patrick Corcoran. Benincasa now turns it back over to Corcoran. He's looking for the pass, and he'll get it up to the blue line here, and it's tipped, and no, my goodness, went wide, and then the extra shot will go wide as well. Here's with number 13, Carson Barlow. It's wrapped back around, and behind the net, U.S. looking for another shot here. Barlow set up at the point. He'll wrap it back around where it came from. And behind the net, Ethan Roberts giving it off to David Lamb. Lamb pressured by Arth. Shaker could use a clear, and it looks like they're going to get one here with Sebi Juan. Juan skating it up past the red line of center ice, now up across the blue line. Now he's looking for that centering pass. Oh, he'll take a huge hit along the near side corner boards and give it up to the Preppers. But now the Preppers will lose it on the pass up to David Lamb. Cam Mayhew handles it. He'll send it back to the neutral zone where it's picked up this time by Finn Bryan. The defenseman moves around Sebi Juan, and now he's going to play it back into his own zone. This pass now finds one of the captains. That time it was Ethan Roberts. We'll see if here they can get a centering feed, but no, good work by Cam Mayhew to take it back behind the net of Michael Better, but his pass immediately goes back to Roberts. Sebi Juan creating the turnover, just trying to clear it out of the zone, and indeed he will, just past the stick of Tyler Zyro. Here comes U.S., however, back on the rush. It looks like it's scraped off of a Red Raider stick in the neutral zone. Icing waved off. Gavin Jones trying to center it back. Hit off of the stick of Cam Mayhew behind the net of Michael Better. 6:20 to go in this second period. This pass goes up to Connor Mayhew, the lone goal scorer for the Shaker Heights Red Raiders. He'll go for a second kick save. That time by Hayden Halverson. Shaker Heights looking for the lead. Here, bad pass from Tyler Zyro. This should be an icing, and indeed it's going to. If that was on target, would have been a breakaway for the Preppers, but instead, that won't be the case. 6:06 to go in the second period. We've got a game. Let's go, Shaker! Shaker Heights taking this face off to the near side of Hayden Halverson in his own zone. Lenahan this time going to be up against Tyler Zyro. Mayhew and Moore on the wings. He sent out the big guns as his forwards. Lenahan wins it over to Moore. Moore's shot goes wide. These were the forwards that scored during the power play, so I assume that's why he sent him back out. This one clears all the way down the ice, and again we'll get an icing from U.S. Not honestly a bad idea from Bartley to send back out Joey Moore, Connor Mayhew, Ryan Lenahan. This was the line that was able to get it done against Olentangy Liberty, the one team they had a lead against that was a top 5 opponent. They did end up tying the game 5-5. That was back in December. But now Shaker Heights with a different kind of mojo against University School. Big-time rivalry game. Here's Sam Robinson, gives it off to Tyler Zyro, trying to get the shot away. Instead, it's tipped and out in front of the crease. Michael Better will eventually get it back and cover up with the left glove. 5:36 to go in the second period. U.S. on one of their best opportunities, it seems, but Sam Robinson just unable to connect with Zyro, who is coming over to his right in the slot. Lenahan, Moore, Mayhew were going to try to remain on, but now it looks like they're going to be replaced this time. Oh, looks like now we have a penalty on Ryan Lenahan. Not sure where that came from. And now it looks like it was a hooking call. So Shaker back on a penalty kill. They did it well last time, but keep in mind the last time these two teams met, 2 for 3, U.S. went on the power play. We'll see if Shaker can hold them at 0 for 2 to this point. Here Cole Richard on a stick lift. Looks like he's going to be unable to win back possession in the near side corner to the right side of Michael Better. Here comes the shot blocker save, just got a tip of it. And behind the net, U.S. able to free it back to the near side boards. Pass up to the blue line with the alternate captain Jones. Jones giving it back up Brian. Back Jones. Jones, his shot blocked. And now this one tipped and went wide. Great opportunity that time for the Preppers. 80 seconds remain in the penalty. Here the centering pass over to Ethan Roberts. Not going to get there. Just went right past his stick, and Cole Richard takes the opportunity, clears it all the way down. Hayden Halverson exits out of his crease. He'll leave this one to Gavin Jones, who collects in the trapezoid. Now he'll move it forward up the right wing. He's going to keep it on his stick, but Joey Moore with the turnover tries to give it up to Connor Mayhew. If he wins the race there, could be a breakaway. He'll take the shot, and he scores! He scores! Shaker has the lead! Connor Mayhew with the beauty of a shot! And Shaker has a short-handed goal, and it's now 2-1. .4:31 to go in the second period. Shaker with the lead. My voice already cracking. My goodness, this game has been a beauty. And we are far from it being over. Still, I guess, less than 20 minutes to go in this one. And a whole third period. Here behind the net, U.S. going to take it over. They'll pass it up along the right wing. It's handled by Tyler Zyro. Zyro looking for the pass to center it back. But now he'll give it back up to the right wing, where here's a centering pass. Good defense by Cam Mayhew. Mitch Langle will get it back at the point. Keep in mind, U.S. still on the power play. Sam Robinson looking for the shot. The lane closes, and the save made by Michael Better as he punches it with a blocker up in to the ceiling, and out of play it goes. 27 seconds to go in the penalty. Ryan Lenahan talking to the Kent State worker out there in the penalty box, creating some conversation before he's able to get back out to the ice. 4:03 to go in the second period. Shaker winning 2-1. Cole Richard handles, fakes out the forward, Sam Robinson, and then he dumps it down. That'll kill off some precious seconds of the man advantage. U.S. handles it back in their own zone. They'll create the pass all the way down the right wing. Here it's once again with Zyro. Zyro gives it up to the point. And now to the center of the blue line, Langle. Langle back. This time to number 13, Barlow. Barlow works his way in, but gives it back up to Langle as the lane closes quickly. Now this time, it's stolen by Cole Richard. He finds Ryan Lenahan. It's a good chance on the breakaway. Beautiful glove snagged by Mitch Langle. Or excuse me, by Hayden Halverson. Let's go, Shaker! 3:29 to go in the second frame. Shaker with a 2-1 lead. Joey Moore to take this face-off up against Patrick Corcoran. Looks like there will be a little bit of a tie-up, and taking it away is going to be Ethan Roberts. Roberts sends it to the near side for David Lamb. Braden White, however, going to win the battle for the puck possession and give it off to Isaac Lazar. Lazar centers it over to Juan. Juan trying to get it back, but instead Lamb just interrupted his stick extension back. Now here it's with Corcoran. Corcoran tries to lay it out in front of him, but making the save was Michael Better once more. 3:07 to go in the second period. Let's go, Shaker! Lenahan to take this face off to the right side of Michael Better. Now he'll be sent out of the dot. Arth will take over and he'll win it back to Cole Richard. Richard wraps it around and it looks like it'll be kept in for now by number 16, Finn Bryan. The university school coach is crying for a trip, but they're not going to get one. They'll give it off to Colin Arth. Arth doesn't have the speed to get around his man. He'll drop it off to Mayhew. Mayhew unable to keep it with him. Now this can create a 2-on-1 for the Preppers. Here they come. They'll take the shot and a glove save by Michael Better. And he'll get some appreciation from his defense. .244 to go in the second period. 2-1 your lead for the Red Raiders. Let's go, Shaker! Shaker Heights with their first lead over the Preppers in years. We'll see if they can hold on to what has been a great performance against their longtime rival. Sam Robinson retreating back into the U.S. zone. He's up against Ryan Lenahan, but now he'll turn it back over. Lenahan and Arth weren't sure who was going to take it, but it looks like Lowell Rich tries to give it up to Arth, but he's poked away from. Can they keep it in at the blue line? Yes, they can for an extra second, but they'll give up possession back to the Preppers. Shaker Heights' defense looks like they're getting some changes, so Braden White and Cam Mayhew will remain out. Lenahan controls it in the neutral zone. He's looking for that pass down the ice. That'll be an icing. And indeed, we'll get the hand raised, the whistle, and the icing call. 2:08 left in the second period. 13-6. Shaker Heights winning the faceoffs here, 13-6 in this second period. We'll see if they can keep that rolling. And here with Lowell Rich, one of the best faceoff guys on the squad, maybe they can get it up against the number one guy of U.S. And they'll try to take a low percentage shot. Shaker will take it over, bank it off the boards. Just misses the mark on Sebi Juan. If so, that would have been a great rush for the Red Raiders. Less than 2 minutes to go in the second period. Shaker with a 2-1 lead. U.S. maintaining their first line of offense. Gavin Jones to take this face off against Rich. Rich winning it back once more. But here they're keeping it at the point. U.S. giving up possession to Cole Richard, who whiffs on the clear, but he'll get it back along the near side boards. But the sophomore loses it along the blue line. Here's an opportunity for U.S., but taking it back, Andy Benincasa. Jones was looking for the tip out in front of the crease, but he'll get it back here, but it's poked away Benincasa. And Sebi Juan taking it in the neutral zone, makes Tyler Zyro miss, but now he's bumped off the play. Will they get a penalty? No. Along the near side boards, Gavin Jones looks like he's going to take it back. He's racing up against Cole Richard, the back checker. Here's Sam Robinson on the shot, goes wide, kicking it out. Back into the backboards are the Red Raiders. Cole Richard trying to dump this one out. Handled by Corcoran. His shot blocked by Lowell Rich. Now Joey Moore has Sebi Juan and Lowell Rich to his right. It's going to be a 3-on-3 rush. Juan hopping off for the chains. There the shot. Hit the blocker. Save made by Alverson. Joey Moore trying to get it back along the far side boards, but it looks like it's just punched away that time by number 12, Kai Jenkins. Hand pass not ruled with less than a minute to go in the second period. Here's held by the captain, Ethan Roberts. Roberts will connect with Corcoran along the right wing. He is sent down to the ice. No icing called. Lenahan trying to create a nifty little move. He'll keep it moving past the blue line and take the shot. Blocker save made. Lenahan trying to pick it back up and along the corner boards, but instead he'll give up a 3-on-2 rush to University School. Here they come. The shot went wide. And now here's a chance for Hayek. Save made by Better once more. Will it clear out of the zone? No. Kept in for now by Michael Hayek. Turned over to Ryan Lenahan. Lenahan will keep it moving, or maybe he'll just handle it back along the Red Raiders side. He'll wrap it around the boards, finding Braden White. He wanted a better rush than the look that he got in front of him. And now here it goes to Arth. Arth unable to clear it for now, but eventually it will with the work of Cam Mayu, who fishes it out along the far side boards. 5 seconds remain. Tyler Zyro handles behind the net of Hayden Halverson, and as Arth pressures for the puck, Shaker Heights fans give a standing ovation as they have the lead up against the number 5 team in the state, University School. A team they haven't beaten since January 21st of 2022. That was all these seniors' freshman year, and right now they have the lead with 15 minutes remaining in the game. 2-1, your score. Shaker Heights leading, both goals coming from Connor Mayu. We'll see if they can hang on to the lead in the final 15. Thank you very much for tuning in. Vaughn Ullum on the play-by-play. Don't worry, this one is not over yet. We've still got a whole period left to go. We'll be back for the call of that third period. And we're back at the Kent State Ice Arena here in Kent, Ohio. Shaker Heights coming out leading this game 2-1 after the first 2 periods. They've got 15 more minutes to beat their rival for the first time since January of 2022 when these Red Raiders seniors were freshmen. And now here they come in. They are, however, still down in a lot of the stats except for face-offs. They are winning face-offs, especially that last period. They won it 15-6. They're leading it for the game 23-15. Now in the shots on goal, they are down by 8, 26-18. Though in that second period, Shaker Heights was able to bounce back after falling 1-0. They came back. Connor Mayhew said, I got this. I am going to prove to these coaches and these fans that it is my time to shine against this rival. And he decided to pop 2, 1 coming on a short-handed chance that came to him. He sent it into the top right corner. Now in shots attempted, US is also leading that, but just by a little less, 36-30. And that was almost even for the for the second period, where they only led it 18-17. Shaker Heights up 2-1 against the number 5 team in the state of Ohio. We'll see if Shaker Heights can get the biggest upset that they have had in several years right here, right now. 15 minutes to decide who the winner of this one is if it ends in regulation. Let's get you down there. Vaughn Ullum on the play-by-play here in Kent, Ohio. 15 minutes up on the clock. That's what stands between either one of these teams and the semifinal of the Kent District. Shaker Heights brings back out their first line forwards. Colin Arth going to join them once again with Mayhew and Lenahan on the wings. Defense looks like Benincasa and Cole Richard. Here, Tyler Zyro trying to take this face off, but Shaker takes it, dumps it down, icing waved off. 14:50 to go in this third period of play. US looks like they came out a little bit slow out of their locker room, knowing that they are under a lot of pressure. They know that this is a team they should be beating, yet they are not. Here they ice this one down the length of the ice. Shaker Heights going to get their face-off in the offensive zone. They're up 2-1 with 14:43 to go in the third and final period. Mayhew to take this face-off on the wings. Instead, it's going to be Lenahan and Arth. Mayhew to take this face-off up against Tyler Zyro. Zyro being that consistent guy in the face-off circle, though Mayhew going to win it back to Benincasa. Benincasa wraps it back, finds Connor Mayhew. Mayhew goes Lenahan. Lenahan kicks it back to his stick, tries to center it back over to Colin Arth, who was working his way into the slot. Won't connect, and US has it back. They're looking on a cross-ice feed. They find their guy. Here it's going to be Carson Barlow, who almost turned it over along the blue line. And here Barlow gives a little cross-check to Colin Arth. They're not going to call it. And here Benincasa takes a little tumble along the U.S. boards. Here Arth taking a trip. He's not going to get the call. And here Gavin Jones with a big hit along the U.S. blue line. Here Connor Mayhew taking it back, tries to drop it back off to Ryan Lenahan. Arth was busy getting a change with Sebi Juan now coming out to the ice. Cole Richard behind the net is going to bank this off the glass, but it's going to be picked up Mitch Langle. Langle with the shot goes wide to the right side. Here, it's found by number 6, Patrick Corcoran. And at the point, Benincasa will take it and bank it off the boards and clear it out of the zone. Is this going to be an icing? No, they call. Juan gave much chase, but now he's going to have to go back on the back check. US on the rush. Mitch Langle to the left wing. He'll beat Joey Moore. Now try to center it over to Ethan Roberts, but he was not able to get a shot away with the outstretched stick. Now behind the net, Cam Mayhew, the sophomore, going to get there first. Try to center it back, but no one really there, except for a couple of preppers who are going to try to get this back and free it up to the point right past the stick of Aiden Salmon. The shot somehow got through with a save made once again by Michael Better, who's having a day in the crease. This one off the stick of Aiden Salmon. He's going to try to continue his rush forward. He's bumped off the play. Joey Moore going to try to create the turnover behind the net, but instead US takes it back over. Here comes Ethan Roberts skating beside Ryan Lenahan, who tries to pressure puck possession back into the Red Raiders and himself. Mitch Langle's pass pucked up and into the air. Braden White sees it fall right in front of his stick, and he'll skate right up to it and try to clear it out of the zone. Roberts is there, however. He's trying to get it back up to the point. Salmon holds him there. And we'll see what Barlow is able to do here, but his shot went wide as it tipped off of, I believe, a skate in front. It was David Lamb here going for the tip. On that shot was Ethan Roberts, but once again it goes wide. Here it goes. Number 16, Finn Bryan, was looking for a shot, but he's forced instead to send it into the near side boards. And now Cam Mayhew and Tyler Zyro get caught up in a physical battle. And this one going to clear the zone as US try to get it back up to the blue line. 12-10 left to go in the third period of play. Carson Barlow retreats and gets there first behind the U.S. net of Hayden Halverson. And he gives it to Finn Bryan. Bryan looks like he's going to skate it out from his zone, take it across the neutral zone, and send it on net to Michael Better, who covers him in snow. But Michael Better, regardless, is going to cover this one up for the faceoff in his own zone. Right now, U.S. winning the shots on goal for the third period 3-0. They've come out attacking a little bit heavier as we begin the period. Here we go, Shaker. Robinson, Jones, Zyro back out as forwards. Lenahan joining them for the faceoff. And first line out there in totality. Arth leaving it to Lenahan. This can begin a good rush as he gives it up to Connor Mayhew, who just missed it out in front of him, just underskated the puck that was carried by his outstretched stick. Here Arth trying to get that puck back behind the net, but Connor Mayhew will as he drops it at the point. Finds Lenahan. Lenahan looking for the shot, but instead it'll take off the stick of Kai Jenkins and soar off the freshman's stick into the ceiling. Out of play. 11 and a half left to go in the third period. Third line forwards now out, or actually it's going to be Lowell Rich, Ryan Kiltz, and Joey Moore. Not a whole lot of size, but hopefully a decent amount of attack pressure. Lowell Rich winning this back, Joey Moore taking the shot, and Ryan Kiltz, Lowell Rich on a rebound chance. Ryan Kiltz giving it back to Joey Moore. Moves it to his forehand, gives it up to Benincasa. Going for the tip was Lowell Rich, but he's unable to stick it through. Good pressure that time from the Red Raiders. 11:20 to go in the third and final period. Go low. Rich taking this face off, now up against Patrick Corcoran and winning it, losing it back into the near side corner boards of the U.S. zone. Cole Richard just barely able to get it back against Tyler Zyro, leaving it to Corcoran. That was Michael Hayek, never mind. Lowell Rich now sending this one down the length of the ice. It'll be an icing, but so what? Shaker will live with a 2-1 lead and a new line change. Go, Shaker! 11 minutes to go in this game. Still plenty of time for U.S. to get back into this one. Mayhew to take this face-off. 6 against 6 as he's up against Corcoran, and it's sent right into the backboards, into the near side, where Mayhew tries to fish it back out from Corcoran's reach. But it looks like Corcoran might win this battle, but eventually a good stick lift will free it up to Arth. Arth to Mayhew. Mayhew goes cross-ice, finds the big man, Lenahan. And he's just barely going to be onside as Arth was skating his way in with him. Here a shot from the far side from Braden White. Going to be freed up, loose puck picked up by Ethan Roberts, who shoved Cam Mayhew up high and into the near sideboards. But no penalty issued, though the Red Raider fans wanted one. Here's a shot that goes wide. Ethan Roberts trying to tip it out in front, and here's a secondary chance, and he's able to pop it in from the left side of the slot. 10:19 to go in the third period. University School tying this one back. It's 2-2. Let's go, Shaker! Here we go, Shaker! 10:19 to go in the game, or at least regulation. Next goal would be a big one. Juan to take the face-off up against Tyler Zyro, and he's going to win it back over to Benincasa, who tried to get a rush, but just sending it a bit too out in front of him as it met Kai Jenkins. Jenkins sends it up to his forwards, and now here Joey Moore tries to get that turnover in the neutral zone. There, just barely offsides as it was poked away. 10:08 to go in the third period. Now the Shaker fans sit back in their back to a very tense kind of stance. Here, across ice feed goes awry. Cole Richard able to get it back. Joey Moore trying to get to the loose puck, but instead Zyro is there first. There, Joey Moore now picks it. And as he enters in across the blue line, the shot's blocked that time by Jenkins, but Moore gets it back behind the net. Tries the centering feed, nobody there. Now, does he have a man open? No. He'll hang on to it as he works his way all the way to the blue line. Here, Benincasa on the one-time shot goes wide to the right. Gavin Jones with the opportunity as he picks it up and goes for the cross-ice feed to free it up to his defenseman, the freshman, Kai Jenkins. Jenkins giving this one back to Langle. Langle back Jenkins, and they're playing a little bit of keep away along the corners. And now they'll send it up where Cole Richard picks it right back up. He's on the rush up the right wing, tries for a shot, nothing exactly open. He'll center it into the slot where it just narrowly misses Joey Moore and finds Sam Robinson. This one sent down the length of the ice. It just barely hit off of the stick of Gavin Jones. Benincasa leaving this to Lenahan. Lenahan goes up the ice, finds Cole Richard. Richard leaving it. As it's scraped off his stick, he'll go for the change and avoid the icing. Arth, Moore, Lenahan, your forwards. Here, tripping in the neutral zone was number 21, Hayek, and Shaker's going to try to take it back for an attack. Here, Lenahan tried to go for the deke, didn't work, so he dumped it forward. 8:40 to go in the regulation time. Here it's Finn Bryan, goes for the cross-ice feed, finds Corcoran. Corcoran taking it up the right wing. He's got Ethan Roberts. He's now on a 2-on-1. He'll center it over, taken down by Braden White. Shaker Heights going to be able to clear it away by Arth, but instead the other number 21 of Michael Hayek dumps it forward back into the Red Raiders side. Cam Mayhew tries to give this one to his man up front, Ryan Lenahan. It misses the stick, and as it goes down the length of the ice, it'll be an icing on the Red Raiders. First line forwards are out. First line defense out as well. And in doing so, we have the first lines of University School 2. 8:19 to go in the game, or regulation that is. Here in the corner boards, Cole Richard took it off the faceoff, though it's immediately stolen back by Gavin Jones. Cole Richard takes it back and centers it over to Colin Arth. Here's a good rush brewing for the Red Raiders. Now Connor Mayhew takes the shot at the 5-hole. Stick save made. Arth trying to get it back over to Connor Mayhew, but instead it's wrapped around the boards for Gavin Jones. Good aggressive play by Lenahan to get it back. And behind the net, he's looking for a centering feed. Nothing really open. Here in front of the crease, Mayhew goes for the backhand chance, but instead it's covered up by Hayden Halverson. Just less than 8 minutes to go. Let's go, Shaker! Let's go, Shaker! Woo! You hear that voice crack? Oh, my God. Woo! Damn, I'm feeling this one. 2-2, your score between the University School Preppers, ranked number 5 in the state, facing off against number 22 in the state, Shaker Heights. Taking this off the face-off is Barlow. He'll wrap it around, but he'll get it back behind the net as it was held up. 7:40 to go in the third period. He'll hold up for a second, trying to get his Preppers a little bit of time to set up. There, a good poke by Aiden Salmon to get them a little bit anxious back in their own zone as now we are halfway through this third and final period of play. Here's a good rush for the Preppers. This one hit by a stick in front, and taking it back going to be Lowell Rich. Rich on the back end, try to give it back around the boards. Now Benincasa playing a physical one in the corner, trying to keep it on his stick, but instead he's pressured by David Lamb, who will get it back and try to leave it to the blue line, and indeed he will to Barlow. Barlow sends it back around. Benincasa met by one of the Preppers behind the net, and now it's stolen away. Here it's with Cole Richard. Richard taking it to the near side, and now maybe you can get a 3-on-2 going. He'll go for the shot. Jim almost beat him on a very mentally challenging play for Hayden Halverson. He tried to get him and try to make him think about what decision he was going to go for on the shot. If it was a shot at all, he took it, but Halverson knew. He guessed right. And we still remain at a tied score, 2-2. Braden White wraps it around the boards. It's going to be picked back up at the point by Corcoran. But Corcoran, Joey Moore tripped up by Corcoran. We get no call. It's right back around. Connor Mayhew going to take it. Now he'll flip it over to Lenahan, who misses the pass. Jenkins will take it and leave it to the alternate captain, Mitch Langle. Turns this right over to Lenahan. Lenahan back to Moore. Moore tries to get back to it in front of the crease, but he's unable to make a good shot happen. 6:06 to go in the third period as Ethan Roberts takes it up the right wing. Up the near side, he's going to beat Braden White. Take the shot. Rebound chance. Save made. U.S., however, with a little bit of momentum. Langle going to go for a shot. It's blocked by the body of Joey Moore. Moore going to just be able to poke it away from his blue line. 5:50 to go in the third period. Moore going to try to take it back as he's pressuring Kai Jenkins, who leaves it to Langle. Langle along the far side wing. Going to pass this one forward to Corcoran. Corcoran just barely going to be onside as he moves this forward. Cam Mayhew, the first guy there, as he's thrown into the backboards and up against the glass. It's taken back by the Preppers. Braden White using his body to block the pass and give it up. Here comes Lenahan. Lenahan moves it up to the blue line, makes a man fall down to the ice, making him look a little bit silly, looking for a shot. He's got nothing open. He'll leave it in the corner for Joey Moore, who lost it in between his skates. He'll give it up to the blue line. Cole Richard. Richard to Benincasa. He had an opportunity on the shot, but it'll go between his skates as well. And he'll wrap it around the boards. Who's the guy to pick up the loose puck? It'll be Lowell Rich, but Rich is met by Zyro, and U.S. back with it. Joey Moore was looking for that pass that time on Finn Bryan, but he didn't connect. And now we'll see what happens here, as it looks like it's going to be Barlow trying to hit against Benincasa. You know Benincasa is not going to go down easily, and there, once again, he did not. Less than 5 minutes to go in regulation time. Next goal could be the deciding factor. Joey Moore takes this. He's going to dump this one down the length of the ice. Is it going to be on net? No, it'll be an icing on the Red Raiders. No matter what, these next 4:35 going to be tense for both teams. 2-2, your even score between the Preppers and the Redders. Gavin Jones against Lowell Rich for the faceoff. First line forwards out for University School. And here right off the shot, Better going to cover up. On the one-time chance, Sam Robinson tried to connect. Better said, no, thank you, I'll stick with an even score.
Go, Shaker!
Rich taking the face-off again. We'll see if he'll win it this time. Robinson right back in position where he had the 1T. But instead, Rich winning this one back, and Cam Mayhew awaits for one of his forwards to get open. It hit off of a University School stick, I thought, but instead, icing's still going to be the call. Must have hit off of a Red Raider in front. Gilmore Academy and CVCA players now in the house. They're getting set for the game right after this one. Another quarterfinal matchup. Winner of this one meets the winner of CVCA and Gilmore Academy, the 4 and 5 seeds. Shaker Heights looking for a big-time upset to take on that winner. Here's Cam Mayhew wrapping it around off the back end. Braden White going to be able to get there first. White leaves it up. Tries to connect with Arth. Arth unable to really keep it moving forward. With 4:10 to go in the third period. It's Cam Mayhew once more going for the cross-ice feed, and here comes Arth up the right wing. Arth taking the shot, kick save. Halverson with the right pad. And U.S. going to try to keep it moving, this time on their right wing. Here's Gavin Jones up now to the left wing after the cross-ice feed. The shot made, the save made. Michael Better once more. 3 minutes, 55 seconds left to go in the third period. 2-2 the score. And this is when Bartley is going to send out his big guns. Joey Moore, Connor Mayhew, Ryan Lenahan. Lenahan to take this face-off. He's up against Patrick Corcoran. And eventually the puck is dropped, taken over by Cole Richard. Richard flips this one up, and it'll land to the stick of Connor Mayhew, but just off of it, it'll go to Barlow. Barlow meets his forward, Corcoran, the center who just lost the face-off, and he's going to try to keep it moving, but instead the body of Andy Benincasa going to throw him away. And now back is Barlow. Barlow on the shot. Stick save made. Benincasa sends it into the corner as he's taken down by Carson Barlow. Lenahan now moves this one forward with Joey Moore. Moore settles down the puck and moves it between the blue lines of the neutral zone. Now to Mayhew. Mayhew on the shot. Rebound chance given up. Cole Richard tries to give it back to Mayhew. Mayhew will pick it up, go for the shot, but it's blocked by Lenahan in front. Now back Richard. Richard tried to go for that extra pass over to Moore, but it won't find his man. Now here's a 2-on-1 for the University School Preppers. The pass blocked and the shot blocked. Beautiful time stuff, but now it goes in. with 3 minutes to go in the third period. U.S. is going to get the goal from the captain, who taunts the bench. It's Ethan Roberts, the guy that had the hat trick in their last meeting. Shaker Heights now down 1, but they were in this spot before. And Shaker will take the timeout. They've got a lot to talk over. They had the lead entering into the period 2-1. Now they are down by 1 themselves. Keep in mind, the coach also talking to the referee while he's at it, trying to make a case. He's talking to both referees, actually, arguing his case. And we'll see. He's honestly making a kicking motion. Maybe that's one of his arguments, but it doesn't look like much is going to change between the coaches and the referees. So now the coaches will turn to the players and give them their full attention. 180 seconds separates University School from another semifinal performance in the Kent Regional. Referees are talking things over in the neutral zone, but I don't think much is going to change. Shaker Heights down 1.
Let's go, Shaker! Here we go, Shaker!
Shaker, with their parents and their fans and their siblings, the student managers, and the undressed players, they're all cheering them on. Referees still talking it over on the Golden Flashes logo, but I don't think much is going to change. Now the man in stripes separate, and here come the next 3 minutes of ice hockey in regulation. We'll see what Shaker Heights does now. Lenahan sends this one forward to the defenseman. It's number 12, Jenkins. Jenkins to Langle. Jenkins pass intercepted. Moore sending it back into the offensive zone. It'll kill off more time for U.S. as they had to touch up in the neutral zone. Joey Moore creating the turnover, trying to get it back in. Oh, just barely offsides. Mayhew trying to retreat back between the blue lines. .243 remain in the third period. Shaker down by a goal. Lenahan to take this face off. He'll dump it into the zone and now race back to the puck, trying to get it back in the corner. U.S. with the opportunity to clear it out, but Benincasa going to try to keep it in at the point for now. The fact that that is not a penalty is rather surprising. But now here comes U.S. on the other side. Here's the defenseman, Finn Bryan. Bryan looking for an opportunity to center it back. Nothing doing. He'll give it up to the point. He'll take the shot. And a glove save, Michael Better. .219 to go in the third. Shaker down 3-2. Joey Moore, Connor Mayhew, Ryan Lenahan remain your forwards, and they very well could be out there for the remainder of the game.
Go, Shaker!
On defense, Cole Richard, Andy Benincasa. Lenahan sends this deep into the slot. Here's a shot, stick save made, secondary save made. Great work by Michael Better. Here's another chance. No goal as it's still loose in the slot, and it looks like the net is out of place. Unless maybe we got some penalties. But no, that's not the case. 2:09 to go in the third. Corcoran taking the face off against Lenahan. Once again, Corcoran going to win it, but clear to the neutral zone. U.S. still keeping the momentum high. Benincasa to the air side boards up against Ethan Roberts, and now Joey Moore joining the party, trying to get it back into the Red Raider possession. Benincasa trying to win it over to the forward, Connor Mayhew, and eventually Mayhew is going to get it back to his stick. Mayhew now gives it over to Lenahan, but it won't connect. Benincasa and Arth on the back check. Net is empty. 100 seconds remain. Benincasa tries to clear it out of his zone, and with Connor Mayhew, it looks like they just might. Here they come, up the right wing. It's Cole Richard. Richard going to go for the shot. It'll flip up and into the near side corner it goes. U.S. maybe going to dump it down, and indeed, they'll get it to the neutral zone and out of their zone. But here, this one hits the hand of Connor Mayhew. Shaker going to stick with it between the blue lines. Connor Mayhew wraps it in. Who's going to be the first guy there? It's going to be Lenahan for the Red Raiders, but it looks like U.S. will take it back. Sam Robinson. Now Patrick Corcoran. Intercepted by Joey Moore. Along the blue line, he'll give it up to Lenahan. Lenahan loses it. Back to the neutral zone we go. 1 minute remaining as Benincasa's held up high. No penalty called. This one sent down the length of the ice. U.S. scores the empty netter. .54 seconds remain. But it looks like U.S. just put the icing on the cake. A 3-goal third period. A 3-goal third period. Shaker gonna still try to fight their final seconds. Michael Benner with a pad save, gives it up to Braden White. White in the corner, sends it forward, finds Ryan Kiltz. Kiltz leaves it to Salmon. Salmon taking it forward. He'll take the shot, but it goes wide. 40 seconds left to go in the game. And it looks like U.S. going to be able to clear it to the neutral zone. Net once again empty. Braden White going to get back into his own zone. Braden White gets there first, but he's thrown down up high by Tyler Zyro. Once again, no penalty. And now it's held up along by Tyler Zyro still. Kiltz is going to get there first. 18 seconds left to go. Shaker trying to throw up a Hail Mary. And they'll connect with Lowell Rich. That'll be offsides. 10 seconds to go. U.S. going to play keep away in their own zone. And it looks like with the delayed offsides, they blow it dead. 6.6 remain in the game. Face-off to be taken by Isaac Lazar, the freshman getting the chance on the face-off. And it looks like Shaker only has 5 guys out still with their empty net. But Shaker Heights still going to lose this one by a score of 4-2. Shaker Heights will get a standing ovation as man did they fight. And will this be a game that the Red Raiders are going to remember for years to come? It's a rivalry that will remain alive and well, no matter the fact that University School has left for the GOHL. Shaker Heights has proven why they should continue to compete against the Preppers year in, year out. 4-2 your final. University School with a 3-goal performance there. In that third period, they were entered into the period down by 1. They leave it up 2, and they make their way to the semifinal game to take on CVCA or Gilmore Academy. The winner going to be decided right here at Kent State Arena for the next game. Thank you very, very much for tuning in. Here's the final stats, and then I'll say my goodbyes. For the shots attempted, U.S. won that 52-45. Shots on goal a little bit more extended out, 38-27. For the face-offs, Shaker actually did win that, which is a big improvement over the past games. They have really struggled on the face-off total, but regardless, not too much room to grow as this game will conclude their season, and it's going to end my time here with Shaker Hockey. Thank you very much for tuning in. I would like to thank everybody who has tuned in over the years. I'd like to thank the community that has supported me, especially beginning with Meredith Camp, who brought me in here my freshman year. Shaker Heights has really shown me that hockey is not just a sport, it is a family. And I would just like to thank everyone involved, including the players, including the coaches. I'm trying not to cry here as I'm saying this because, again, I'm just really happy that I was allowed to be here with the family and call these exciting moments. Even if Shaker Heights loses, they're making these games memorable. And, man, I love Shaker hockey. But, again, this will conclude my time. It's been a phenomenal 4 years with Shaker Heights hockey. And even though it comes to a road against the University School Preppers once again, I have nothing but phenomenal memories. And shout out to the next players to come, players like Max Brokaw, players like Axel Schneider, the freshmen and sophomores that will continue for years to come. And shout out to, once again, all these families and the coaches for letting me come along for the journey. My name is Von Ullum. For the final time, we'll see you. Let's show you the fans. An emotional scene here from Kent State Ice Arena. I want to thank everyone again, and we will see you for the baseball season upcoming in late March. Thank you.